Well, that's not something you want to see when you're pulling up to your fishing hole. What is going on, y'all? My name is Spice. This is Spice Can't Fish. Today, I came out to these little ponds in the hopes of filming a challenge video for you guys, and I think today's going to be a little bit more of a challenge than we previously expected. These ponds don't really have a ton of grass in them. They never have, and apparently the oxygen levels got really low this summer, and there's been a couple of fish kills. I didn't know about that until I just got down here and read those signs, so this should be pretty interesting. But once we get down to the water, I'll show you guys what we're working with today, and we're gonna see if we can try and catch some fish out of here. All right, so this is what we're gonna be throwing today. It's just a little tiny crankbait. It's actually like an 8 to 12 foot diver, I'd have to imagine. I have no idea who makes this crankbait or where it's from, or even if it's from an actual company. It's definitely an antique, I can tell that. I don't know exactly how old it is. Again, I think it was just made by some dude in his garage, but it's just this little tiny medium to deep diving crankbait. It's 100% a silent bait, so it doesn't have any rattles or anything in it, and it's made out of some kind of wood. I don't know if it's balsa or cedar or what kind of wood they would use to make a crankbait like this out of. But yeah, it's fall time. These fish should be schooling on some bait if there's any fish or bait left in these ponds, so I figured this would be a perfect time to bust this little old-fashioned antique crankbait out and see if we can catch some fish on it. But yeah, I got the kayak over here, so I'm gonna get this thing loaded up, get it dumped in the water, and then we're gonna go see if there's any fish left in this pond. Oh boy, whoa. That was almost really bad. All right, so you guys can tell this water is pretty dingy. Not the cleanest thing ever, but this, as well as the other pond, which is the one we're actually heading to, those are the two big ponds in this little area. There's another one like way down on the other way, or on the other side of the natural area, but that's so far I didn't really want to drive all the way around there, so we're gonna stick to these two. Plus, I think this one that we're headed to actually gets deeper. I think that's the deepest one out of all of them. Like I said, this place doesn't really have a lot of grass in it, so there isn't a lot for these fish to hang out on besides like the rock piles, the drop-offs and ledges. And then there's like a couple of random brush piles, but I feel like people fish those a lot, so there aren't really a lot of fish on them. This pond actually connects to the other pond. They're kind of the same pond. They connect with like this little bridge walkway thing over the top, which we're gonna have to portage the kayak over. But underneath it's open, so the fish, when the water gets up, the fish can kind of go in between these two ponds. So usually in the spring, the bigger fish will be in this pond, from what I hear. Again, I don't really have a lot of luck out of here, but you know, people have said that there are big fish in here, so I keep fishing it. But yeah, so the big fish usually, from what I can tell, spend most of the time in the other pond because it's deeper, it's a little bit bigger, there's probably more bait in it. In the spring, they'll come through this little walkway bridge area when the water comes up, and they'll come into this shallower one to spawn. But for the most of the year, I've noticed that the big ones tend to stay on this side. Any bigger fish that I've ever caught out of here, I've caught on that side of the pond. This should be interesting. Like I said, the water's down, so this isn't usually that far of a gap. I can usually like pull myself up onto this bridge thing, but I don't know if that's gonna be in the cards today. We're gonna give it a shot. Don't break my rod. Oh, sick. Please stay there. Oh shit. Yep, that's about what I figured would happen. Well, crap, there goes my seed. Getting in is always way more fun than getting out. All right. Wow. Let me grab the paddle so I can get back. let's go retrieve the seat. And then we'll get the day started. It's been a while since I've been in this kayak with no seat on it. It's not very comfortable. All right, that wasn't too bad actually. It's a lot easier with the seat. Everything's easier with the seat. Life is easier with the seat. Get that on a frickin' t-shirt. All right, let's get down to brass tacks, as they say. I don't know why they say that. What does that mean? Does anybody know what that means? Let me know down in the comments section. But I think we'll just start over here, I guess. I was seeing a few little minnows, or maybe they were shad. I'm not really sure what they were. There were a few of them just kind of vibing as I was putting the kayak in. So I'm hoping that means that there'll be a bunch of bait up shallow, and these fish are hopefully feeding on them. Here's just a little bit closer look at that thing. Very interesting looking little bait, just kind of like a shad pattern, but not like a shad pattern I've ever seen. Again, I bought this from some random little local tackle shop that has since closed down, unfortunately. And I don't know if the guy who owned the shop made it, or if he bought it from someone who made it, or I just have no idea. But I've never seen a crankbait like this, and I've never seen a pattern like this, so should be interesting. Hopefully these fish haven't seen anything like it and they want to put it in their mouth. Ooh, there's a fish that just jumped out of the water. It might have been a little carp. I'm not sure what that was, but I'm gonna fire a cast over there. Is that a fish? Feels like a fish. That is a fish. I got one. That was fast. Okay. Little guy. Oh, there he goes. Dang it. Okay. Wow. Okay. That was the one thing that I was a little bit worried about, was that these fish might not be hooked very good. These hooks on this thing are very, very old. That's interesting. Okay. So I made a bomb cast way out, kind of burned it in until it started making contact with the bottom. And then I slowed it down. I hit a rock and paused it, and that guy ate it. Well, it's good to know there are at least some fish still in here. I'm seeing a good amount of action on the bank, as well as just kind of popping everywhere. Some of it might be carp. Actually, I think a lot of it's carp. But some of it's actually little bait fish and stuff. Well, I'll tell you what, this thing casts pretty good for being such a light, like, balsa crankbait. It casts pretty far. I don't know if that has to do with the reel and the rod or what, but I mean, it's a bigger crankbait than what I usually throw. It's bigger than like your standard 1.5 size square bill, or like your standard, like, I don't know, 3XD, 4XD, 5XD. I don't really know how those sizes go, but it's like, I don't know, it's got like a deep crank body size, but it's more like a 8 to 10 foot. Actually, I'd probably say like 6 to 8 foot diver. It's got a pretty tight wobble to it. Interesting. All right, I'm gonna go see if I can find some shallower water. For whatever reason, I cannot get this thing to touch the bottom, no matter what it is that I do. I stuck my rod like 4 foot in the water, still can't touch the bottom. So I'm gonna see if I can find somewhere shallower. Oh, I have a fish on. I was like, that feels so freaking weird. Why does it feel so weird? Because there's a bass fighting you back, you idiot. Okay. Wow. All right. Well, we got one, folks. Not a big one, but we got one. All right, calm yourself. All right, there we go. Okay, calm yourself. I got him on the bottom of the chin. I don't know how I managed to do that. Where are my pliers? Okay, all right, I got it. I understand you're upset. Okay, buddy. All right, there we go. Little teeny tiny dude. We got him on that old-fashioned, weird-looking shad crankbait. Yellow. All right, buddy, appreciate it. See ya. There he goes, just disappears back into the muck. All right, here we go. 2 bites, 1 confirmed catch on the old-fashioned antique crankbait. And we're gonna see if we can get another one, hopefully a bigger one. Like I keep saying, every single time that I've caught a good-sized fish out of here, it's been out of this pond. So I'm hoping that we can run into one at some point or another. They are in here. They might not have done super well because of the last summer, but they're in here somewhere. There's at least one. There's a fish that just jumped behind me. Oh, there's another one. I'm really not sure if I keep having fish or not, but this one is definitely a fish. He jumped for us. Huh. All right, number 3. Wow, buddy is messed up. He's got a fouled up eye and everything. All right, buddy, calm yourself. Buddy is without an eye. He's a little one-eyed Willie here. He's got his other one, but that one is no longer with us. But still a pretty little fish. Appreciate you, buddy. Later, homie. Peace out. All right. That is 2 fish, 3 bites on the old-fashioned crankbait. This thing's actually pretty sweet. It doesn't run entirely straight 100% of the time, which is kind of annoying. But other than that, it's not a bad little crank. I also have this piece of braid on my line, and it's been really annoying me, and I'm too lazy to cut off and retie, so I've just been like cutting it down shorter and shorter until eventually I'm hoping I'm just going to look at it and there's not going to be any braid left on it. But yeah, anyway, let's get back to casting, get back to catching. All right, so we've just about made it as far as I can go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little run back to the other side of the lake. While we're doing that, I'm going to troll this crankbait along, see if we can't maybe find ourselves a few fish on the way back. Oh, shit. No. Well, I guess that's the end of this video. Damn it. I got stuck on a tree right here. And, well, to be honest, I probably should have retied, but I didn't. And now my crankbait's gone. God damn it. Alright folks, that's going to do it for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Unfortunately, we only got a couple of fish. Like I said, that pond actually recently had a fish kill this past summer, so there weren't a lot of fish in there to begin with, and on top of that, those fish in there are really pressured and they aren't super bitey in general. On top of that, we were using an old-fashioned bait. It didn't have any rattles in it, it didn't have the best action, and it didn't have the best hardware on it either. So there were a lot of things that were stacked up against us in today's video, but regardless, we were able to get on a couple of fish before we broke that thing off. But again, really hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button for me. Lets me know you guys like these kind of challenge videos. And leave a comment down below if you guys like this video, if you guys want to see some more old-fashioned antique style lure challenges. I got an old topwater, a couple other old antique baits, so if you guys want to see something like that, let me know. I'll be able to do those probably next year. Unfortunately, the fishing season is just about done here in Colorado for this year, so I don't think I'll be able to get out all that much more. But yeah, definitely let me know down in the comments if that's something you guys want to see for next season, and I'll be more than happy to do it. Also, if you guys want to see some more content from me, you can hit that subscribe button down below. It really helps me out, helps me grow my channel a little bit more, and I really appreciate that. But yeah, I think it's going to do it for me. I'll check and wreck them, and I'll catch you in the next one. I'm out. Peace.